All right, hello everyone. We are back here with the Guts and Glory Watch series. I am here, joined as always by the great Lita Brillman, sporting a new haircut since last time that we saw you on here. Or sorry, not new hair color.
Yeah, I was so excited to get on video and I debut my new iconic hair, but the reality is that I could not put on makeup for this podcast because as I was just telling Austin, I burnt my thumb and two of my fingers very, very badly before this podcast. So I was not able to change or put on makeup or do anything. So I'm in like my comfy work from home clothes and look like this. But I did dye my hair.
First of all, I think you look great. Second of all,
thank you.
I think that you're really doing an homage to the challenge with reaching your hand in the ice and snow and not being able to feel anything. It kind of fits.
Yes, it does. I wish that I had been blindfolded when this happened because that would have at least been an excuse.
Well, I've been thinking a lot about a specific thing because I think for the last 3 months I've failed to properly do a greeting that makes any sense, either during COVID or during, civil protests and everything. So, Lita, I'm just going to say, how are you? I think is that the best one?
How are you? No, I don't think it is because I think maybe like what's on your mind or something. But how are you just makes me did you watch Broad City?
No.
Oh my God. First of all, what is wrong with you? But there's a great Broad City gift that gets circulated a lot of going, how am I? Because I feel like that's how everybody feels right now.
Okay. What's going on? What's on your mind?
What's on my mind is that I'm in so much pain. But other than that, I'm happy to be here discussing this episode that I watched right before this with very minimal notes because I'm not able to type.
You really had a burning desire to come talk about this?
I do. It really, you mentioned it's an homage to the challenge. To me, it's an homage to classic Survivor itself and my favorite player, Mike Skupin. I just really wanted to experience what it's like to be out there, and losing complete function of my dominant hand definitely is up there with some medevac injuries.
Well, I can't wait till next time you come on and say that you got a coconut thrown at your face.
Yeah, or I drank one soda and I got too hyped up on sugar that I got really high. Yes,
I hate when that happens. I guess I have a confession too, because I figured I would tell you this on the podcast. So last night in preparation for this, I had a dream where, so the dream was that we were doing a live Survivor Maryland recap and like in person with people, like we were some like big, super famous podcast. And we were at, we are, that's true. We were at a high school, and also we were joined by Joe from Word on the Straits. So I don't know. He apparently was watching the what?
Amazing. Well, it's just funny to hear him as Joe from Word on the Straits because he's like one of my best friends.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I know him from. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a predominantly Black high school, and we were there doing a podcast, but simultaneously the election was happening. And so we would be like, hey, don't listen to us, go vote. And then they would, but then apparently everybody at the school was 18 somehow. And so they would go. And then also I was sitting there and I just kept forgetting to ask you your opinion on the episode. And instead I had the whole cast on bleachers there, and I just kept asking them questions. And I was like, oh my God, Lita, how can I not get your take? And then you left, and we all started lip syncing for our lives. And then everybody in the entire school could do a death drop, but I couldn't. And I was sad.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare.
It did turn into a nightmare.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I would leave, but you guys are probably just trying to get me to leave so that I wouldn't beat you in a lip sync for your lives.
But you probably would. So yeah, I believe that.
You got an actual haircut.
I did get an actual haircut, but I had it for the first recap, didn't I?
I don't think so. You had it the last time I saw you on Zoom, but I don't know if you had it before.
Okay.
Well, are you going to have to issue an Instagram? Oh, sorry.
I hope everyone recognizes me now. Then I know it's tough.
Yeah, well, you might have to issue an Instagram apology like that girl from The Bachelorette who drove to Arizona. She drove like literally 8 hours from California to get her hair done.
Oh.
And then had to apologize because like everybody was like, that's really selfish of you to get your hair cut while we're all in quarantine. And she was like, but I wanted to.
Well, here's my formal apology. My haircut place near me was open, so I made an appointment and I went. Sorry to everyone.
Wow.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just wow. I'm just stunned by your selfishness.
It always continues to amaze people. Well, let me be selfish also and do a quick plug while we're here. I did announce on Twitter, or we announced on Twitter the other day. I don't know if you saw, but I know we mentioned this on the last podcast that this Saturday we're doing a Survivor Maryland game with all the past generations, and what it's basically turned into was doing a like charity-based game. So every single player has chosen some sort of fund or cause to put their money to. If they are to win, they all contributed to a pool. I've seen the list of causes; they're certainly very relevant, and I'm excited to put money towards those. We're also going to have probably some guest appearances or people championing their own causes and funds within that, because there's so many good ones right now. Black Lives Matter oriented. Certainly, I think there's a lot of really good stuff to put money towards. So hoping that people will join us on Saturday, both to watch a really fun game, see kind of the stars from the first generation battle against the later seasons to get a preview for that, and also to raise money for lots of good causes. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Follow the UMD Survivor Twitter for more updates on that during the week. And also, I don't know if we'll put updates on here, but I guess the new like Survivor Maryland, like all the people who run it these days, because I'm old, made an Instagram at UMD Survivor, I think. So go follow that too, because maybe we'll do stuff there. I don't know.
Wow, what a social media mogul.
Yes. Lita, are you excited for the Survivor Maryland game?
Yeah, that's my whole Saturday.
Well, I can't wait to watch. It actually should be really fun.
I'm going to be one of those special guests championing a cause.
You can be if you want.
I don't even know what that means. I just interrupt a challenge like Faluke. I just walk in like an All-Stars.
I mean, there's a specific challenge that would certainly fit you, but yes, think very Faluke-esque.
There's a certain challenge. Is it Broadway musical trivia?
It's actually Lita Broman trivia. Crazy, I know, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like a couple of people, I don't know who's on the cast, but I feel like there are some distinct advantages.
No. You don't know the season 13 people. They're very read up in Lita Broman history.
Oh, okay. It's important that the children are. You have to teach the children.
Yeah. No, I think basically the goal is that, and we're actually going to try to work in the fan interaction a lot. So like people who donate to that will potentially have like you can like basically help people in the game through donating to their causes. So I think if you support a certain cause or a player, that's a really good way to make that happen. But yeah, so we're workshopping all that. It should be fun. But anyway, just wanted to make that announcement one more time in case you somehow missed it. But would you like to talk about Cuts and Glory episode 2?
Yeah, I guess so. Might as well while we're here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you brought a drink since you were busy, but I did.
Absolutely not. I just took Motrin. I
okay.
cannot.
All right. Well, then I will drink water with you. But I did count our drinking game numbers. I don't know if you took count of that as well.
I didn't because I forgot the rules.
Okay. So the rules I had.
To grab some water here from the Gyarados water bottle.
Yes. So I had here were the rules, and we'll go through them one by one. So I had every time people mentioned that Nicola or Alan played before, you take a drink. I believe there was one mention of Alan playing before.
Okay.
Okay, so one drink. Every time Alex says something ridiculous, I don't think we had that this episode.
Who's Alex? Which one is he?
The one on the free runner.
Oh, yes. Okay. No, he wasn't very ridiculous.
Yeah, a mild episode for him. Every time someone says gut or glory.
Did that happen?
I don't think so. Every time someone talks back to or sasses me.
I think that, did somebody have a sass?
I believe
somebody had a sass to you at Tribal saying like, yeah, you write their name down. That's how you vote somebody out.
Yeah, it was that's the one I wrote down. It was Brian. I said, how do you vote someone out tonight? And he said, well, you take the marker.
Yeah, I have notes about Brian 2 different times, and he is listed the first time as what's his name and the second name as what's his butt.
What's his butt?
Yeah, because I don't know. I did not know his name.
Got it. I also have car conversations, and I believe there was one of those.
Yes.
And we put anytime someone is drunk, although I don't think we'll be hitting that a lot, but I did not see one.
Okay.
That I know of. I don't know.
That we know of.
Yeah, that could be anytime.
Maybe anytime someone is drunk with power will count. That didn't happen this time either, but I'm sure it will.
Mastermind Emily was drunk with power. I don't know if you got that.
She's so annoying.
So your initial reactions.
Yeah, again, I don't have very many notes this time because I was not able to type, but I do like that everybody rightfully called out how stupid Brandon's kind of hinky vote was. I feel like Brandon had a very easy way out of this, which is just saying like, guys, Priya is a really nice person. Once we got to tribal, I realized that it would be really embarrassing for there to be a unanimous vote. So I just threw a vote on Sherry because I didn't want Priya to feel too bad.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that's where it was going.
That is the easy way out of that situation.
And then it was like I wanted her to be a little scared.
That's like the worst thing you can say.
Yeah.
And he wanted it to be a mystery, and then it cuts to every single person being like, yeah, Brandon's vote was weird.
Yeah, not the best play. I also, on that, while we're on that note, I appreciated Sherry was like, I really underestimated Brandon because he was so loud and he always brags about himself, but he was so good in this challenge. And I was like, well, that was being loud. That was the whole point of the challenge.
She thought of him before as a cartoon character, which it's tough to break out of that mold once people start thinking of you as a cartoon character. So he's really overcome a lot of adversity.
If people thought of you as a cartoon character, which cartoon would you be?
Currently Jessica Rabbit, probably. But I think generally I identify with Lisa Simpson or maybe a Louise Belcher.
Who's Louise Belcher?
From Bob's Burgers.
I've never seen Bob's Burgers. Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Okay, you said about everything you've ever watched that I have not.
Yeah, because I really don't watch that much, and you waste too much time watching sad shows.
I do like the sad shows. It's true.
Yeah, and I don't watch a single TV drama, so.
That's fair. Yeah, that's effed up.
No, I'm right. You're the one wasting time.
Guess so. I don't know. I'm happy most of the time. I don't need to watch. I can watch sad shows. I got to balance it out.
Your life is fine?
In Jeff Probst's words, my life is fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I too have like $40 million, and yeah.
Do you think Jeff Probst has $40 million? I
bet it's more than that.
That's so much.
He's got a lot of money. His life really is fine.
I believe that his life is fine. That's a lot of money, though, for only having one job for basically his entire professional career.
You had one job.
Yeah, unless you think that all of that money was from hosting Sports Jeopardy.
How much money do you think Alex Trebek has?
What?
How much money do you think Alex Trebek has?
I think Alex Trebek probably also doesn't have $40 million. Well, Jeopardy's been on for a really long time and is on every single day. I don't know. He's also a Republican, so he probably is really rich.
Alex Trebek?
Yeah, he's like a Canada Republican, not like a Trump Republican, but he is a Republican. And you are only that if you're stupid or rich, and I don't think that he's stupid.
Those are the only two options.
Yeah. Or racist, whatever.
Well, right. I mean, you could, I like kind of falls in the stupid thing, I think.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah. Okay, so your initial reaction, we had Brandon and Sherry. That was the first thing that happened in the episode. So your reactions are very on point chronologically.
Okay, great. Well, I'm reading my notes chronologically.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Who's the guy who said it is what it is and it's not me and I don't care? Because that's a good Survivor strategy.
I think Mikey.
Was that Mikey?
Is it like a voting confessional, maybe?
And Brian is the one with the Clorox wipes.
Brian, yeah.
Okay, well, he has the remarkable take that Emily looks sneaky. I mean, she's like the least sneaky person I've ever seen.
She may honestly win the title for least sneaky person.
Yeah, she was
There's
gonna
no
vote.
team.
She was gonna vote someone out based on their fashion choices, which is
Well, I
very
think she
relatable.
did.
But
I
what?
think she did do that, right? Like Brian didn't wear the suit jacket.
Ah, yes. But yeah, she was like, "Well, nobody's told me anything, and it's probably me, so I might just vote based on if people didn't wear a suit."
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about College Survivor is that because it really forces you to like actively play from the start if you want to do well. Like the people who really have no chance often get wiped out pretty quickly. And I think Emily was a good example of that. I don't think she really ever was going to have a shot here.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
She was, she was like both annoying and like kind of. She wasn't annoying in like a fiery way.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like too chatty and too nice to be playing this game,
which is not a good combo for Survivor. Would you classify her as a fighter?
What? No, I would not classify her as a fighter, considering that she thought it was her and didn't do anything to our knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, I was like, because that car scene was so awkward. I was like, I mean, yeah, like you need to realize it's you, and then she did, but then she was like, nah, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Right. What did I guess I don't know if we finished the drinking game thing. I think we did, yeah. But I had another rule to suggest, which was anytime someone's eating in a meeting or strategy conversation.
Oh God, we're gonna be lit next week.
Do we not want to do that one?
No, they have so many meetings in the cafeteria.
Katie really was crushing the banana.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's been a lot of dining hall scenes already this season.
Okay, well, we can keep that drinking game off of it for now because you're right. We want to stay reasonable and level-headed during these conversations.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to drink too much water and then have to pee during the podcast.
Yeah. What else you got in your notes?
I don't love Micah getting the dodo edit while Shannon and Evan are talking about including him in the alliance, and he knocks over an exit sign and just goes, "Whoa, that's different."
It wasn't, as the editor, it was not an intentional dodo edit. It was
intentional.
It was an exit sign that was I was his RA, and the exit sign was already broken. So I actually appreciated him trying to put it back together, although it did not seem to work at the time.
No, it did not. It seemed a little bit like a dodo edit.
I like things as dodo moments, not dodo edits. Like a dodo edit, you have to really do something worse over a longer period of time. Like Brian last week with the Clorox wipes, that was a bit of a dodo edit.
Okay.
This was a dodo moment.
Okay, got it. But yeah, I mean, we see the formation of what I can only assume is the Soka trio that I've heard of.
You don't think it's Alex, Michelle, and Molly?
No, but my favorite sitcom was represented in the Immunity Challenge, Micah and Molly.
So bad.
They were a pair.
They were, yeah, that's true. I definitely didn't think about that.
You kept yelling Micah and Molly, and I thought it was funny.
Have you ever watched that sitcom?
No, but I watched a movie starring Melissa McCarthy the other night.
Is she in Mike and Molly? No.
Yeah.
Which movie with Melissa McCarthy?
What?
Which movie?
Spy.
I love Spy.
All the gays do.
It's
and
a
I've
great
never seen
movie.
it.
It's so fun.
It was very fun. I love Rose Byrne.
You love what?
Rose Byrne.
Is she
She's the British villain lady?
Yes. The moment of where what a stupid effing when she's on the plane.
Oh yes.
Yes.
It's like, you need to tone it down.
she's what a stupid fucking. I literally in the movie theater cackled about that for a solid 10 minutes. Died. It's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't even remember what we were saying on that. Mike and Molly.
I was talking about the Soka trio forms.
Yes, without a name to date.
Right.
Do you like? I mean, I know you knew that this was probably happening, but how do you feel seeing them come together?
Yeah, I mean, this is early. I thought that something like a Soka trio type thing was the product of either a swap or a merge, and these are like the 3 people remaining from the tribe, which isn't to say that doesn't still happen. I have no idea. But this is much earlier of an alliance than I thought we would see. So it's fun because I know 2 of these people, and obviously I know of Shannon. I did not understand Shannon's dance during the immunity challenge. What was happening there?
With it. It was get low.
But why?
I think that she was standing in front of Emily and trying to just shout other things so that the other tribe wouldn't be able to hear.
Oh, because there's like left and right in that song.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because she saw her blindfold on, so I was like, what are you doing?
No. She was just trying to get in Emily's way.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I appreciated, in particular with this blindfold challenge, I feel like the people really got into the like just yelling random stuff.
Yeah. And that was really fucked up of you to make them do a blindfold challenge in the snow.
You know, it wasn't supposed to be that cold that day. And we got there and it was very cold.
Yeah.
Trying to film was just as bad. So I feel like I was in it with them because
was it just as bad as getting your nuts hit with a bush?
That has nothing to do with the snow or not.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that all blindfold challenges are sadistic, and you just really took it to the next level.
ABCAB. All blindfold challenges are bad.
I get it. Ab cab.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can understand that in the hindsight. I don't think I felt that way in the moment, but I get it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not on Rob Sesternino's level, but I really do not like blindfold challenges.
Yeah. Well, I can confirm to you that there will not be another one this season. So.
What about running in circles challenges?
Well, that I can't confirm. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I mean, I hope that they're the rest of them.
Well, what about the Beyonce trivia challenge, though?
Oh, God.
We haven't gotten to that one yet.
Feluke would never speak to again.
Can you imagine if I put that in the next season? So we saw on Sokoto, you mentioned the 3 forming. We also saw Michelle and what is this on?
What?
Is it a bug or a piece of tape? I think it's a piece of tape. Anyway, we saw Michelle and Alex form a bond. I know we already said, I don't think you had many takes by Alex this episode. Were you tracking Michelle at all?
A little bit. I mean, I love the inception of this alliance, which is that, well, nobody's talking to either of us, so I guess we might as well be in an alliance with each other.
I mean, it makes sense, at least.
The strongest bond of all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot more to say about that tribe. Nothing really going on with Molly, unless you have something.
No, I don't. Who was the person that sat out from the other tribe that everybody was like, oh, we should vote her out because she sat out? Because that's really stupid.
Yeah, Elise.
Yeah, that's a really stupid reason. Somebody has to sit out.
I think they thought that she volunteered it very quickly, which she is.
But if you know you're going to be bad at something, then you should volunteer.
She is the person who volunteered to leave the camp out. So.
Yeah. Well, everybody was getting ready to stage a mutiny.
That's true. Do you have a take on Elise?
No.
Yeah. That's the only answer to that. Did you well, let's talk about the people that who did stand out to you in this episode?
Shannon is a real go-getter, not just because of the dance, but she's her best friend was voted out, and instead of whining about it and going full Jan from Drag Race and crying about it, she put her big girl panties on and made an alliance and forged forward with these 3. And everybody seems to like her, so I feel like she's definitely one to watch to go far if she's not perceived as too much of a threat.
I mean, even Emily in her last words was like, Shannon's still gonna crush it. I was like, wow, you really committed to that.
Yeah. And then obviously Sherry continues to be iconic. She's like, oh, you thought you were gonna get me out? I hosted Survivor in China. I know how this shit works. Like, identifying Brandon as her biggest threat, which I don't know if that is truly the case. But she's still staying in it, and then so that's blue and white. Who's on the red tribe? The red tribe is not iconic. If we're playing iconic or not iconic,
I don't know if you disagree with that. I think we saw a little bit from Renee, Alan, and Katie.
Oh, Katie, yes, Katie. She's she's literally, she said it herself, she's connecting with everybody. So the only thing that will be a problem for Katie is if people start to compare notes.
Yeah. I felt like I don't know if she literally said this, but she basically had a connection to everybody except for Emily, and Emily going pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
We had a couple quotes from Renee this episode that I wanted to ask you about. Well, I don't think that the Renee wants him and Katie to be like Ryan and Siona. I don't think that one probably means a lot to you.
No, but I like Siona.
That's true.
But that's his model for a male. Ryan and Siona invented being in an alliance with someone of a different gender.
I'm so confused by that. Even in Survivor Maryland, like that's not the. I don't think that's the model.
The first ever mixed gender alliance.
It's so trailblazing.
Yeah.
Where are my Renee quotes? Yes. He said, "The more we know as humans, the more we realize we don't know anything at all."
Oh yeah, that's just him trying to be deep and memorable. Who knows what that's from? It reminded me of he was going for, remember in Survivor Panama when that totally rando guy Nick had like beautiful final words and it's the only thing he's remembered for?
Yes, like now that you're mentioning that, but I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, he said something about like be young, be reckless, like follow your passions, and it was like beautiful, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" That was him trying to be like that, pulling out like a deep quote.
Much like he said, Ryan and Siona were the first male-female alliance. He probably was making an homage to Survivor Panama in that moment.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. He also said something that I thought was a particularly 2015 or like that 2015 moment quote.
Okay, because I don't have any. I don't have any college or 2015 things.
The 2015 one I had was him saying first world problems.
Yes, very that. And also Shannon's song, maybe.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. Get Low is way before 2015, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I thought that the That's So College moment was Emily wearing like the frog winter hat.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Like you could still wear that now, but I feel like that's a particularly college thing.
That's probably true. I definitely had one of those in college. That was the Penn State Nittany Lion.
Last season we had Maria wearing the what was it? The reindeer hat.
Yes, this I recall.
So I guess it's a continuing theme. What was I going to say? Yeah, good episode for Katie for sure, making those bonds. Alan, what are your feelings on Alan?
Which one is Alan?
the returnee guy.
Oh, yeah. All of these dudes, man, are so interchangeable to me. It's crazy. I feel like I have a decent grip on the girls, except for clearly Elise. But yeah, I mean, you said that somebody tracked that he mentioned that he had played before. Like, are people particularly worried about that? Because I feel like I wouldn't be. I feel like that just sets you apart and makes you like a really easy boot.
I think it was initially talked about, but then everybody realized that Alan doesn't really like play that hard.
Yeah.
And I mean, also the reason I had people back was because I wanted Nicola and I also wanted one or two other people. And none of the other two people were able to do it, so then I just kind of settled on Alan. So.
He wasn't iconic in his first season?
I mean, he like had a nice run. Like I felt like he had a lot more potential right when he got out. But I wouldn't say it was like someone I was like, that person needs to play again.
Yeah. Poor Alan. Does he know that he was your fourth choice?
Probably not.
Is it ALAN or ALLEN?
It's ALLAN, so neither of the two.
Oh, well, that's just stupid. It's so close to being the correct way.
Yeah. What's the correct way?
ALLEN. My dad's middle name.
Oh, that's the most common way, I would think.
Yeah, but ALAN is definitely
Yeah. I like the ALAN too. Alan Ball.
Yeah, but that's wrong.
I had notes from the challenge of obviously you mentioned she was a fighter in your little thing down there. Every time that gets said, I just think of that Ryan Tedder song, the like "There Goes a Fighter."
Oh no, I think of "Fighter" by Christina Aguilera.
Ooh.
Thanks for making me fighter.
I should have put that in the episode. It's a mistake that I did.
Yeah, well, I like when we hear very obviously licensed music in the dining halls.
Yes.
Like people are just having a strategic conversation and you're like, somebody.
It's a nice soundtrack. I don't have to edit the music in. It's already there.
Yeah, there's like a very specific genre of music that is like dining hall rock.
Yeah. It's like all the like pop rock that's like a year or two old.
Yeah, and like that you'll hear in like Walgreens or whatever because it's appropriate enough to play.
Walgreens and campus diners.
Yes.
So we had the whole thing with the callers getting included with the challenge, and there was a moment where Sherry really was pushing for Matt to do it, but he wouldn't do it. What did you think of the Sherry and Matt dynamic there, and Matt not doing it?
Yeah, why would Sherry push for that? I guess because the idol clue. But I feel like you do not ever want you or your allies to be the caller. Because that, especially like right at the beginning, that's such an easy like, well, that person blew the challenge. Let's just vote them out.
Yeah, it's also like, why was Alex the caller on there? He's not a loud person.
I don't know. I feel like it's just apparently it's always a bad idea for women to be a caller. Should just never do it. They always lose.
I've seen some good ones. Marilyn Outback had 2 women as callers. Siona versus Ashley. That's really when their feud took a turn.
Spoilers.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I already know that Siona has the first ever mixed gender alliance in Survivor.
Yeah, such a spoiler. That one is pretty early. I would say actually like the first 5 minutes.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So sorry for those spoilers. I also really liked Micah in the challenge. His running while blindfolded was like particularly like gangly.
Very jaunty.
Yes. And he was like, "Oh, I have it? Sweet."
Fuck yeah. I believe he says at one point.
Yeah. So what was I gonna say? Did you like the Ula Ula tribe coming dressed up to tribal? Do you think more people should do that?
I don't know. I don't really care. I think with stuff like that, it's always tough because it's like it promotes team bonding, but then you're voting somebody out.
Yeah.
People should come matching to challenges.
Well, that's just for making it easier, I think.
What?
That should be for the viewing experience more than anything.
Yeah, 100%, and also for team spirit.
I used to make people wear their shirts all the time for all the challenges. I don't know why I stopped doing that. I guess I figured the viewer was smart enough.
No.
Bad decision.
Yeah, I can't tell any of these men apart.
I don't think we have a ton to talk about with the vote, but I'm glad for Emily getting Ben and Jerry's. That's a nice consolation prize.
Oh yeah, we do stand Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, holds up well. Not even.
Yeah, Emily said Black Lives Matter
in 2015. Did you notice at Tribal Brian's Gatorade campaign?
Yeah. So a couple things. First of all, I am the #1 proponent of red Gatorade in the world.
Really?
I love it. I'm pretty sure every time you or Danny has picked me up in Boston, I have had a red Gatorade because I always get it on the Mark train. Because there's like a place to get it.
I can like picture it now, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, I love red Gatorade. So, you know, maybe he has my stand card. We'll see. So there's that. Also, I thought one of two things were going to happen based on the camera work and the music. I thought either the Gatorade bottle was going to like melt in the flame or his tie was going to set on fire because he's so lanky with like all over the place with those candles.
Yeah, I don't actually know what the reason was for the zoom on the other candle, but
yeah,
Gatorade backstory, and I didn't remember this until I watched, but there was a secret scene I put up of Brian. He has this scene where he talks about that, because initially in the first episode, he's like, I'm playing for my mom, like, she like loves Survivor, so great. And then he in his secret scene, he's like, actually, I think playing for my mom is kind of corny. So I'm actually gonna play for a Gatorade sponsorship. So I'm just gonna secretly bring Gatorade into every scene that I'm in, and then maybe all I'm asking for is them to send me one bottle per color, and that would be enough for me.
Great.
So
listen, it worked for Gabby. Crying on TV all the time got her some free Halo Top ice cream.
did it really?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Some other reality contestant, Halo Top like tweeted at them unprompted because I guess they kept like crying on a reality show, and they were like, "Don't cry at whatever. Like, we'll send you some free Halo Top because crying girls love ice cream." And then Gabby replied and was like, "Hey, I also cried a lot on TV. Where's my ice cream?" And they actually sent her like 6 pints.
Oh my god, that's all worth it then. The entire thing is worth it. Wow.
Yeah.
I have not heard whether Brian ever got his Gatorade, so yeah. Sorry about that. Well, we'll keep tracking though. We'll look.
I'll tweet Gatorade now. Maybe
The
they just haven't. I'll tweet at Gatorade now. Maybe they just haven't seen it.
They probably, yeah. If they see it, I think they would definitely do it. So
yeah,
big platform.
Are those candles scented, Austin? Someone commented on how it smelled good up there.
I think one of them it was, but
Nice.
Yeah, like you got to make the ambiance worth it.
Yeah, I love a romantic tribal.
I also, well, speaking of that, I wrote down that my kink is when the two voting options have the same first letter.
That's so true of you, though, because you get to edit it all.
It's so great. You get to like people think that it's like, oh my god, E. Oh wait, it's Emily or Elise. I don't even know.
That's exactly what I said out loud.
Did you?
Yeah, I said, oh my god, E. It's either Emily or Elise. I don't know.
Were you? Yeah, that's because you were rooting so strongly for Emily to go. You really had such a horse in the race to keep Elise.
Yeah, I love Elise so much.
I don't have a ton of other notes. How about you?
Yeah, there wasn't too much strategy talk. This is a pretty cut and dry vote.
Yeah. I've mentioned this by Guessing Lawyer before, but the first 4 episodes or so are feeling things out, getting to know people, and then 5 and 6 on, it really starts to get both from a strategy and I think just like a pace perspective, a lot more explosive. We can go into superlatives. I had some notes that would relate to that.
Yeah, this would be a good time for a shorter episode because I'm dying.
Yes, that's totally fair. Did you have so we had who was canceled? You had Brandon and Nicola on watch.
Yeah, no cancellations this time, I don't think, unless I missed something.
I think everybody was okay. Best behavior for all of them.
Yes.
Now that after episode 1, they're really afraid of you, and
yeah, you told them retroactively to watch out.
Yes. Did you have a favorite quote?
I had a least favorite quote, which was that guy sassing you. Take the marker. I hated that.
I'm so glad you defend me.
I don't know. I calling somebody a cartoon character is pretty funny, but I don't feel like there are any super iconic quotes. Did I miss anything?
No, Renee's gonna be really sad he didn't win that one, but I enjoyed Sherry being like, this week I exercised every day in preparation.
Yes, she's got to stay strong.
Yes. Classic Sherry being absolutely adorable.
Yes.
I think that was my submission for best quote. Yeah, not a ton this episode. Best quote maybe by me in the preview.
I don't watch the preview.
Oh, well, there's a food challenge next episode.
No. I hate.
There's balut.
No, there's not.
There actually is balut.
How did you get that?
There's it's at a Filipino market that was near campus.
There's a Filipino market in College Park, Maryland?
No, in Silver Spring though. Silver Spring is.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the preview is none of the players could stomach the thought of going to travel.
Yeah, it's like how I had a burning desire to talk to you.
That's right. I love making fun of people's suffering. Let's see. Okay, we got through quote. Did you have a best moment overall or a scene that you liked?
I actually liked the scene where where Katie is on the phone and then she just kind of turns to the camera and is like, so yeah, everybody, I'm in good with everybody. She calls the person on the phone the wrong name and they don't even seem to notice. Like, I feel like we're setting up really well how connected Katie is. But in terms of like, there was not a ton of like hilarious scenes this episode. I feel like there's more moments like Shannon, Dancing, and Micah taking down the exit sign.
There's a thing in Survivor Maryland where like the episode 11s are like always the best episode of the season. Episode 2's probably always the worst. Yeah. Although
I mean, it's tough because the first one you have all of the excitement of like introducing everybody, and episode 2s are just people kind of establishing themselves and trying not to go home. Yeah. There's no like really high level gameplay usually.
Yeah, that's true. So we talked about the That's So College in 2015, so I think we can skip those. The Fish Out of Water award.
I guess Elise, because people seem to be inventing a reason to vote her out.
Do you have if the other two tribes went to tribal, do you have a prediction for those two?
Okay, so I think for Sokotoa, I think probably Michelle is in trouble. Seems like nobody is really super interested in working with her. And then for the blue tribe,
by blue team.
What?
By blue team.
Yeah, it's very difficult because we haven't gotten kind of any reactions except for Brandon about like where Sherry is now. You know what I mean? If that was like actually her being in people's good graces or if it was just like a one-time thing.
Yeah. Okay. We have do you have a player of the episode? Or yeah.
I think Shannon or Katie probably.
Okay. And who's your overall leader of the pack?
I would say Shannon right now.
Okay. I thought we said leader of the pack is your favorite. Is Shannon your favorite?
Oh, my favorite. This one's so unfair. Right. Am I still excluding people that I know?
Why not? Or why do you have to?
Because otherwise I'll just pick Micah every time.
Okay, but yes, exclude people you know. Unless
you
like
I feel like Micah and Evan can win if they have like an actually exceptional episode, but I can't just say it's Micah and Evan because I know them.
Yeah, think the lens of what you're watching.
I feel like let's see, my favorite this episode. It's so hard to get over my Sherry love. But she really didn't do anything this episode. We can call it what?
She stacked the dominoes very well.
That's true, but that's not really grounds for being my favorite player. I don't know. We can call it Shannon because she was really fun.
All right. There it is. Lita, converted Shannon stan.
I'm not a stan-in yet.
Okay. A Shanish? Stanish?
Sam Stanish.
Yeah. Shannon said gay rights.
How long did you spend looking for that?
No, she posted that yesterday.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's really all I got for this episode. Any other notes or things you want to get out there?
No. I'm excited for the next episode. Everybody keep donating to all of the causes out there.
No, they haven't started donating yet. We haven't given them the list. But
wait, what?
Oh, you mean I thought you were talking about for the game. Yes. Please
the whole world is not Survivor Maryland.
Yes.
People actually haven't started donating to Black Lives Matter yet because Austin hasn't said go. Survivor's ready. So anyway, now that Austin gives you permission, keep donating to causes and protesting if you are able.
Yes, please continue to do so. Because Jesus.
Yeah, also donate to Austin's thing.
You don't have to. Many of them are causes you would like. If you like to donate to other things, you should continue to do so. It's funny because I have donated to things, but it's now the joke is that I haven't even done that.
Austin's going to be showing his receipts, just retweeting all of them for anybody who's confused right now.
Every episode I get canceled for a new reason.
Yes.
Okay, well, we will talk soon. I think we'll do maybe 3 and 4 together so we can yada yada rest of that piece.
Sounds good.
But yeah, my birthday's on Friday, so I have to figure out what timing we're gonna do this. So I don't have an idea yet, and obviously Saturday is the Maryland thing, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. Well, great to talk to you as always, and yeah, goodbye everyone. See you soon.